Recently, we hear that a lot of Kovalev fans are changing their tone or are scared that Ward actually agreed to the fight. Now, I don't see it that way. I see it that Kovalev fans are excited that there is a competitive fight in November, one in which the outcome is not predetermined. Now look at the Ward versus Alexander Brand fight. I mean, could that outcome have gone any other way? Brand was basically 40 years old, unranked, much smaller, and I respect the guy for showing up to the fight, but let's be honest, he's not nor never will be a top middleweight, super middleweight, or light heavyweight. But again, I respect the guy for stepping up and fighting for basically peanuts. So anyway, man, this really has me confused. The way I see it, fans, generally speaking, want to see a competitive match, regardless of the sport, in which their team or their fighter has to really dig down deep and perform exceptionally well to earn a victory. Now, I realize that over the past half decade or decade, the catchphrase easy work or easy money was popularized by one and repeated by many. These phrases indicated to some that a fighter is light years ahead of the competition and anyone he faces is an effortless task. And to others, these phrases mean that the fighter cherry-picked his opponents as well as created an uneven playing field in order to obtain an easy victory. So to me, the mindset is still easy work or easy money with a lot of boxing fans. Now, when you speak about Kovalev versus Ward, we have a good competitive fight, in my opinion, where both guys will have to perform at their best on fight night just to hang in there, let alone to get the victory. So I keep hearing Kovalev fans are now somehow scared or changing their tone because Ward actually signed the contract. Now, in my opinion, the people saying this have it all wrong. To me, boxing fans want to see an evenly or nearly evenly matched fight. And when this happens, that creates a lot of discussion because fans do not know who is going to win the fight on the day the contract is signed. I mean, was there any question at all as to who would win Ward versus Brand? That is why there was limited discussion about that fight. For the most part, no one gave a shit. Like I said, Brand was almost 40 years old, much smaller, and had limited quality experience, even though he was a much more mature, older fighter. Now with Kovalev versus Ward, no one really knows the outcome. And one key difference I see is that Kovalev fans actually want to see Sergey tested, whereas Ward fans seem content with having him face unranked, smaller fighters so they can carry on the easy work, easy money slogan that was popularized by Ward's predecessor. So the Ward fans see the discussion and analysis of this fight as there being some backpedaling or fear on the part of Kovalev fans, whereas to me this just indicates that there truly is interest in the fight. I mean, with all due respect, when was the last time there was genuine interest in a Ward fight? I mean, was it the Edwin Rodriguez, or was it Paul Smith, or possibly Sullivan Barrera, or this past fight with Alexander Brand? I think Ward fans are mistakenly taking fans showing interest in the fight as there being backpedaling or fear. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kovalev fans did a lot of shaming, pushing, and insulting in order to force Andre Ward into actually taking this fight. But let's be honest, Ward and his fans seemed happy with him fighting Alexander Brand caliber opponents. Now, coming from the opposite spectrum, Kovalev fans want to see their guy fight the best available opponents. They want to see Sergey face an alleged pound-for-pound great, an undefeated tactician. Many of Sergey's own fans believe he has several holes in his game and want to see how he matches up against Ward. Now, Ward fans seem to see this discussion as fear or a way of hedging the bets. But for the most part, it's just boxing talk before a competitive fight. So again, Ward fans seem to be so used to this easy work and easy money slogans that they now seem a little confused with the critical analysis that is going on before the Kovalev-Ward fight. Anyway, so the way I see it, Ward is talented, as is Kovalev. So any discussion is simply excitement as well as relief that there will not be another year or longer wait for this competitive matchup to happen. So I haven't seen any backpedaling, changing the tone. To me, it's just a lot of discussion about a fight that needs to take place. Anyways, take care and have a good day.